Hello, this is Pappy Tom. Another little story for you. This one here, my wife and I took a load with the truck up. I was the owner-operator with a big truck all my life. We went up to St. Paul, Minnesota, and was up there. We got unloaded, and we talked to the other driver, and he said that he knew where the truck stop was. It was called the Cattleman's Truck Stop. His CB was broke, and we had to follow him down, so he waited for us to get unloaded. Then we started down the highway, and it wasn't very far down there. He put his blinker on to get off, so I put mine on, and here come a guy in a red Dodge van. He cuts in front of me and gets down there to the stop sign. The other guy makes a left. Now he knows where he's going, and now this guy makes a left, and he's going real slow. And we go down there a little ways. The road turned into a 4-lane, so I pass him. Then I get back in the right lane. I can still see the other guy going down there. But then there was a pickup broke down in the right lane. So now I had to get over. When I wanted to get over, that van that I thought was way back there was right by my trailer. Well, I had to either hit the pickup or him. I figured he might see my signal. I put it on real quick and come out. And my wife said, that might be a policeman. And they don't drive vans up here. I was wrong. He pulled me over, and I went back to the van, and he was checking my license out, and we got talking, and he said, you have any boys? I said, yeah. He said, they drive a truck like you, that reckless? I said, no. I said, one of them works for Delta Airlines in Atlanta, the oldest one, and the other one works for United out in San Francisco. Well, before I told him that, he was still yelling at me. So now he sort of settled down a little bit. He said, what's your boy do out there? I said, he's the boss out there, but I don't know what department. So one thing brought on another, and then he starts to tell me that his boy got laid off of one of the airlines up in Minnesota, and he's working for United in San Francisco. I said, uh-oh. So he let me go. Then he took us down to show us where the truck stop was. Then we got down there. But anyway, he says, when I got out of the van, he says, Hopkins, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. If your son don't work for United out there, don't you come back to Minnesota. That's what he's out there. So we go on down, we get to that truck stop, park the truck, and we start walking over. And they call it the Cattleman's Truck Stop because they had all these cattle fields around there where they loaded their cattle to ship them out. And that wind started blowing our way. My wife looked at me and she says, I don't think so. I'm not eating in here. So we left. But anyway, 2 weeks later, we was back home. The youngest son calls and wanted to know if we was in Minnesota. Here, his son worked for my son. My son was his boss. And his name was Bob. I said, you tell Bob that I said his dad was a fine gentleman in case I go back to St. Paul, Minnesota. Well, we never did get back up there. So that's another little exciting story that we had, the wife and I together. And I hope you like it. And I'll tell you another one shortly. Have a good day, stay healthy, and take care. Bye-bye.